Hello, I'm going to now be teaching you how to go from doing a handstand against the wall into a freestanding handstand. However, you'll notice my location has changed somewhat. That is because while doing the kick up into a handstand with your stomach facing away from the wall, to going into a freestanding handstand is relatively safe and easy compared to this way. I understand that a lot of people, when they're practicing doing handstands against the wall, are not comfortable or familiar with doing the kick up into a handstand. And so they do it by walking their feet up the wall or doing a cartwheel into a handstand against the wall in order to do the handstands on the wall, which then causes you to have your stomach facing the wall. Now, the reason that this way is a little bit more of has a few more safety considerations is because you'll notice the other way that I did it when I went from, this is the wall right here, this is the handstand. When you went with your stomach facing away from the wall, what you would have is when you fell too far away from the wall, you would just put your feet down and and just stand regularly. Whereas this way, with your stomach facing towards the wall, if you kick away and you start falling this way, you're then falling onto your back, or you're falling onto your head, or sort of collapsing if you don't know how to roll out of a handstand. So I'm going to show you how to do some rolls first, just so that you know how you're supposed to be rolling out of it. I would not recommend doing it this way if you don't know how to roll out of things, which is perfectly fine, especially if you don't have a lot of acrobatics experience. But I would definitely get your rolls down and feel comfortable and safe doing rolls before you try doing your handstands from against the wall to freestanding this way. Or you could practice kicking up into a handstand. And then you could just refer back to my other video. Okay, so we are going to start with just doing rolls. I'll show you how to do a roll. So what we're going to start with is just standing. You're going to go ahead and crouch down. This is your starting practice roll. Put your hands above your head, have them slightly bent but over your head. You're going to make sure that you are tucking your head and that you are sort of using your shoulder muscles to support your hands, okay? So make sure you tuck your head and sort of tuck your shoulders a little bit. Those are the big things, right? And the reason that you're doing that is because when you tuck your head, you're protecting your head and your neck, okay? Those are the most important things to protect. You also want to make sure that your spine is curved inward. This will allow you to roll, because what we don't want when we're in the handstand is we don't want you to fall flat on your back. That's going to really hurt. It's going to put all your pressure, if you're going straight right here on your back, it's not going to be good. Okay, so you want to make sure you curve your back, duck your head, and you're going to do a roll. Okay, just like that. There are other ways to do rolls, but that take basically the pressure off of the center of your back as you're rolling. And what you do with that is you just curve one shoulder in, but that becomes a problem when we're doing the handstand into a roll, because if you start curving a shoulder in to turn away, you can end up sort of rolling back into the wall. And it can create other problems. So this is the best type of roll to do for practicing doing a handstand into a roll. All right. Once you've got that down, you're going to go ahead and do it from standing. Okay. So sort of hands up above your head, slightly bent. Notice you're bending them a little bit less. This way, tuck your head still. You're going to go down and roll. Okay. Keep practicing that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do rolls from directly against the wall. So get into your handstand as you normally would, and you're just going to do rolls directly off of the wall. Okay, so if I'm doing a handstand from against the wall this way, going up, okay, I'm in my handstand against the wall,
I'm gonna go ahead, tuck my head so that it's down and against, my chin is down and against my chest. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll.
Okay, so if you see, the problem there was that I was landing right here. So if you feel yourself falling away, again, make sure you curve your back. That's the important thing. Make sure you curve your back, tuck your head so that your chin is close to your chest, okay? I'm gonna show you that again. You're also going to, as you're going down, bend your arms somewhat. Okay, do you see how I bent my arms more that time? And I kept my head tucked, and what that did is it got me closer to the ground, and as I was rolling, it allowed me to sort of roll out of it rather than just go straight onto my back, all right? Again, I would not recommend doing this on hard tile like my first video was. Make sure you're on carpet. If you have a yoga mat, I have a yoga mat here, and you've never done this before, or even better, if you have a thicker mat, I would put that mat down, all right? Cushion yourself as much as you can when you're first doing this. All right, so once we have that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the handstands themselves. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good position to do that. That is non-tile in this house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put you on the other side of my couch, and we'll see if that works.